Alright, what's going on YouTube? Tom here. Today, we're going to do a little project. I'm going to show you, or at least attempt to show you, how to hardwire a dash cam into your car's fuse box. So, for that, I actually did buy another dash cam. Now, I bought that one at Walmart I showed you all a couple days ago, and it ended up being a piece of crap. It literally broke in 2 days. So, I bought this one here, which is the Aki, I guess that's how you pronounce it, dash cam from Amazon, which is 1080p. This was on sale for $70. Normally it's $90. Now the problem is I now have to get a new card, and with the harness I ordered, I had to get an adapter. But I'm hoping this camera will be a little bit better, because this is actually the one that Rob Ferretti endorses on his channel. So, Mr. Spaghetti sells you a dash cam. Instead, Mr. Spaghetti uses a dash cam to protect his reasonably priced meatballs, or something to that effect. So, here's all of what you're going to need. This is a harness here I got from the dashcamstore.com to wire it into your fuse box. Now, this end here, and it's going to go into your fuse box. Now, it comes for different size fuses, depending on what kind of car you have, and of course it comes pre-wired with a fuse installed, a little circular thing to ground it, transformer for 5 volts, and then output end that goes into your camera. It's about 15 feet long, so you can wire it up to your top of your windshield. Now, this was a $40 harness, but it literally comes with everything. It comes with the fuses, it comes with some zip ties to help tie it in. They even send you to a link to a video on how to actually do it. Of course, I'm going to make you all a video here explaining how I'm doing it. Now, in addition to that, what you're going to need is a 12 volt voltage tester. I got this one at Ace for 10 bucks, and I'm sure you can find one cheaper. You need one to test to make sure the fuses you decide to wire it to are going to be able to work. Now, you're also going to need a fuse puller. Little side story on this, they actually come with the vehicle. I got confused, did not know this. I'm trying to use a pair of needle nose pliers to pull it out. That didn't work. Then I went up to Advanced Auto Parts and bought one for 3 bucks. This didn't work either, because this doesn't work with my fuses. So, if you're a Tacoma owner, I may just tell you this right now without even consulting the owner's manual, but do consult your owner's manual if you're confused on this. They put a fuse puller in the fuse box under the hood. You have to open the hood, get to that fuse box in order to get to that fuse puller. I've been keeping it in the little coin tray here. So obviously, step 1 is you take out a little fuse puller, it wouldn't be in here. You locate your in-dash fuse box, which pretty self-explanatory. There they are. So look on this fuse diagram, and then you say, which one of these am I going to wire to? I'm wiring it to this 15 amp power outlet one. I'm going to get down here and look at it a little closer. Reason being, this is the one that also goes to your, oh, you can't really see it. This is also the one that goes to the cigarette lighters, so we're just going to pull it out. I tell you what, this works so easily now. After having tried it with needle nose pliers and everything, I can pretty much pull it out with one hand here. Well, most of the way. It's a bit easier if I set my GoPro down here. Hang on a second. Trust me, I'm pulling on it. There it comes. And there you go. Pull this out here. Then, once you have that out, you take it and you put it into the open end on your add-a-fuse kit. Now, there are other kits that you can actually buy and then add in later to the fuse box of the thing, where it's like it doesn't come with an extra fuse, but you wire it into your charger that your dash cam comes with. Now, that is good if you're cheaper. Now, I figured it was worth the extra money to do. So now I'm just going to plug this in up here into the fuse box very carefully. Of course, might have to figure something else out. I might actually, you know what, I think I'm going to try to pull this out. I'm going to wire it underneath the dash here. Let's try that, actually. This is, of course, the part where the zip ties would come in handy because you get to wire your transformer out of the way. I'll take this twist tie off, and then I'm putting it through the bottom of the dash here, and then I'm going to wire it through this little hole because this goes into the weather stripping. Now, another thing, before we continue, another thing you're going to need for pushing in some things is you're going to need some form of tool to push it in through the top of your headliner, through this little bit here and into the door sills. Now, I bought this around because I don't get my address. It has a Spudger. I bought a Spudger kit off Amazon for $5. I'll put a link to these as well. These have come in handy so many times. But you need something along those lines so you can actually get things wired. And of course, $5 is not bad, and I've used this on multiple projects. But you need something like that so you don't mar up anything else in your truck. So I'm going to stitch it all down again one more time. Actually, I'll stitch you all over here on the seat so you can watch me do this here. And of course, if you're not sure about the fuses you've picked, that's where your voltage tester comes in handy. Because what you're going to do is you take it with the key off to make sure it has no power, and then you turn it, put it again, you turn your key on and test it again to make sure it does have power. The idea there is you don't want your dash cam plugged in while the key has no power, because at that point it's going to drain your battery. You're going to have a bad time. You do not want flat battery. It's good and hot out already. I thought it was actually going to start cooling off, but I guess not. Then the next step is, take you all down here, you got to find somewhere to ground it. Now, my truck, there's really no other way in here, so I'm going to wire it all the way over to here. In a second, I'm going to take this bolt out, and I'm going to wire it here to this little bolt that connects to the dashboard. And part of the idea is I'm going to use probably some electrical tape or something in a minute to do that. And of course, you need some way to take the bolt off. As I reach back, pull out of basically nowhere, because it's under my back seat, I'm of course going to use a ratchet set to take this bolt off. Out of the way here a little bit. So now I gotta find out which bolt fits this one. Alright, so took a little break because it's so hot. Had to change my design a little bit. It's now wired to my truck's backup cam. At least I think that's the backup cam. Either way, it does exactly what I need it to, where it's only on when the ignition's on. So, and either way, you get this little Boolean light here, which I'll show you all here in a second. Boolean is just a fancy term for a check light. But either way, as you can see, it's off, and I flip the key on, the light comes on. Of course, I've zip tied this into place, and I'm about to twist tie this little loose wire. So I got this designed the way I want it to, so that's now through this little spot in the dash. So once I get this wired in, won't be the difference. So the next step is this one. I wanted to make sure this was all set up the way it needed to be. I almost just want to work with my truck with the ignition on right now, because God, that is so nice, feeling the air moving. Oh man, is it hot. So the next step is I'm going to determine where the dash cam is going to go. I'm thinking it's going to go on this side of the mirror over here, so that way it's nice and out of the way. Now, one thing I like about the Aki dash cam setup Once we take the camera itself out, you have suction cup mounts, which are pretty nice. You get your standard charger here. And this one here actually has two, I hope y'all can see that, it has two USB plugs. I'm actually going to probably use the charging end for something. And then you get a fixed mount, which I love because get it fixed into place rather than movable. Now, and of course all dash cams use this similar mount, so even if I did decide to get another dash cam in the future, which I probably won't if this one's good, it should work no problem. And of course you get spare ones of these things anyway, just in case. And you get another couple of these things, just in case. I guess if you were to decide to say, hey, I'm going to move it to a new car, you get some spare ones. Of course, if you're really going to move it, if you're going to use the same dash cam on multiple vehicles, I would sell you to go with suction cup. So I'm going to set you up down once again. This camera seems to not fit for whatever reason on my center console, so bear with me, I'm going to do the best I can here. Get this out. And annoyingly, I need to buy a new memory card because I bought the cheapest one that worked just fine with the Walmart dash cam and then conveniently doesn't work with this one. Dash cams, man, I tell you, you'd think it'd be something easy. Legitimately, I had to go ask my dad for help on how to do this. It was that annoying to get that stupid paper backing up. But, as you can see now, we're plugged in and ready to go with the 15 feet of cord. So, next step is, we're going to pull out some of my spudgers. Now, you could use different tool options for this. This is not necessarily the best way to do it, but over so you don't see my address. But really, for 15 bucks, or not 15, $5 I think is what I really paid for this thing. You can't really argue with that kind of price. So, let's see which tool I should actually use that's going to do the least amount of damage here. I'm going to try to hopefully you all can see what I'm attempting to do here. Up with a pile of extra, and this one is the final step. Actually, second final step, let's put this back in. The final step is you're going to take your extra twist ties and you're going to twist tie them together. Anyway, let me know what you all think in the comments below. If you have any questions, more specifically about what I did, again, comment below. I'll be sure to answer anyone's how-to questions. I'm going to put a link both to the Amazon link for the dash cam and also the link to the dash cam store harness to put in. And if I didn't mention this before, I'll mention it now, and if I did, I apologize. I'll mention this again. This kit was a $40 kit, but like I said, it includes basically everything you need to do this installation. So, yeah, I'll put a link to that down below. If you're stopping in for the first time, please subscribe. I would love to grow this channel. Help me get to 150 subscribers. If you like this video, or you know anyone else who wants to put in a dash cam, go ahead and share this video. Especially share this video to let everyone know that you should go ahead and put a dash cam in. Go ahead and leave a like if you enjoyed it. Take care. Have a good day.